Oi, gente, tudo bem? A entrevista do programa de hoje é com a artista Marina Abramović. A Marina veio para o Brasil, aqui para o município de Água Preta, em Pernambuco, para inaugurar a obra que está aqui atrás de mim, Generator. Ela fez esse site específico especialmente para a Usina de Arte, um parque artístico botânico idealizado pelo casal Ricardo e Bruna Pessoa de Queiroz. E esse parque, a Usina de Arte, eles estão idealizando e montando desde 2015, com artistas nacionais e internacionais que fazem obra especialmente aqui para o lugar, ou então que eles compram obras desses artistas e instalam aqui. Marina, you have been blurring the distance between us, the public, and you as an artist. And also you have been questioning museums and galleries as places, as the only places where we can see art. And so we are here in this old power plant, and that is rebuilding itself with art. How did you feel when you arrived here yesterday?
I came from Recife here. It was really like 2 hours, which really pleasant trip. I never actually expected that such a landscape is so lush, is so green. And then I didn't really know much about sugarcane. I never knew that sugarcane you can only grow, once, and then it will come every year, the same, which is like a blessing. You don't need to do twice. But I also didn't know about the burning system, that actually the leaves have to be burned, and then the sugarcane is cut. And I was just kind of interested in agriculture, what the people live here, what type of people live here. And I really understand that there's not much artists around here, that look like really virgin kind of territory for artists. And then I arrived in the factory, and it's first I was so surprised that I could see my actually wall right away from the far away. It was like, oh my God, this is so big. And because it's really, hill, and it's on the top of the hill, and it's very visible. So I said, I can't wait to see how it look like. But then, I look at the factory and also the old buildings and so much of stuff that they're interested to developing, because it's only 7 years old, this whole establishment. And they already have artists like, which I highly respect, like Alfredo Jar. And there's so many other young, the Brazilian artists. So it's like, even if it's only 7 years old, they achieve so much. And so then I got introduction to the family, which is so beautiful. It's the relation with the family business and the art all together. And that's something quite unique. And this morning I wake up, and I look, everybody's in the kitchen and making juices and working, and I'm thinking, oh my God, this looks like really Hollywood movie about life in hacienda, like when everybody have something to do, and it's so much collective kind of involvement, and people are happy, and the dinners are enormous, and it was really, I love it here. I just really think that a part of making my work here, this is not my last time coming. I really would like to support this development of this Usina de Arte.
Yeah. Let's talk about the generator, and I know the walk that we have to do to the piece is very important. And but what kind of dialogue or interaction are you inviting us to do with this piece?
I was really thinking about the title, and I really like the title that everybody can understand. If you say generator, anybody who works in the farm understands what generator is. But also, if you talk, in international language, generator is no translation. In every language, generator is generator. So it's a kind of, the something that functions in everywhere. And then also, if you think generator in relation to art, it's about energy, and it's about power of energy. And then, the Brazil is so known for crystals, and you have such a huge source of the minerals, which are coming here since 1979. I've been in almost every mines around here. I've been from Serra Pelada to Minas Gerais, to Marabá, to Amazon, to Salvador, to Bahia, all the way to the south, and going to the mines and living with the miners and looking for the minerals. So to me, all the minerals I've been doing and working with was always transported in the museums in Europe or America or different places. But this is the first time that actually minerals who come from Brazil find the home in Brazil with the generator. And it's very simple construction. It's the wall with the possibility to 12 people can actually experience in the same time. And the rose quartz really relate to the heart, energy of the heart, and it's to do with the unconditional love. And you have 3 places. You have head, heart, and stomach to face the wall, press your body in unlimited time. The time is very important. Basically what I'm doing here, I'm giving you experience, but you have to give me your time in order to get this experience. And then the longer you stay there, and the longer you kind of detox from technology, you're not watching, you're not looking at your watch, you're not, having phone calls should be off, the telephone, no computers, just you, nature, and the minerals. So that's really my wish that the people are going to participate in this experience. But I also wanted to put emphasis on children, because the children are the one who have open mind. The children are the one who doesn't have preconception. They're really there, and they really can feel that energy more than anybody of us, because we all thinking too much. But children have this direct relation to nature and to everything else. So we made sure that we have different sizes for everybody, and also for children. Crystal, the Brazil is a treasure of minerals.
O Brasil é tesouro de minerais. Uma coisa importante de saber, isso não é uma escultura.
This is something that people have to use.
Isso é uma peça que as pessoas têm que usar.
For me, in this moment of human history, unconditional love is the most important. Let's do the work. The public have to prepare themselves in slow motion walking, standing in the front of the crystals, lying down, sitting opposite each other, and do make different concepts. And this was really something. I always believe that the function of art is a function of bridge. To bridge different people from different social backgrounds. Different religious beliefs. Different races. But it's also about communication between physical world and the spiritual world. Or just simply between two human beings.
You have been coming, visiting Brazil a lot since the 80s. And I remember two other situations. One in 2012, I think that you did this spiritual journey into a lot of places.
Space in between,
and then I met you in 2015 at Sesc Pompeia, that huge, very important exhibition, Terra Comunal. And here we are. So, like, where do you place Brazil in your trajectory, and why does Brazil fascinate you that much?
You know, it's really true. Sesc Pompeia was an enormous exhibition.
So special.
And it was so important. And it was the first time that I actually every week given a different lecture in an auditorium. And it was like, I never worked so much live than for that show. And also we had our institute present with the long gradational performances of young Brazilian artists, who was unbelievable.
Paula Garcia.
There's so many the great artists who went there, and they perform 8 hours a day for entire months. It was just insane, and it was such a diverse work, and the public came coming and coming and coming. And there was a kind of communication between the public and support of the public for the young artists doing that kind of work. And then also in presenting my method, that the public have to prepare themselves in slow motion walking, standing in the front of the crystals, lying down, sitting opposite each other, and make different concepts. And this was really something. And we made the film, Space in Between, which after Art of Sesc Pompeia, I also went to the mines. I went to see the John of God, how you call them?
João de Deus.
Yeah, for the Deus now, unfortunately, is in prison.
Yeah, it's complicated, but yeah.
But at that time, it was a crazy trip to go to Abadiânia. I went to Abadiânia, and we want to film him. And he said to us, but that he have 135 spirits in his body, and we have to ask all the spirits to accept they can be filmed. So we have to wait for all the spirits that he have to ask for 10 days, really literally sitting there seeing this whole situation, which was quite extraordinary. And then the spirits say, I'm okay, and then we film. And then I end holding kitchen knife for him to operate on the eye. It was one of these stuff that I never forget. Today, I definitely lost my fear. I don't know what happened, but I could see from so close up the whole thing. The hand, the knife, the eye, and all this didn't bring any emotions in me. It was so normal. It was like removing dirt of something that was irritated for the good. Then we have to start the Cantabile. Then we went, I just to visit somewhere in Minas Gerais, one of the oldest women at that time. She was 110. And then she died when she was 112. I never did see anybody so cheerful, so easy to stand on her feet and move around. She was like a little bird. Mm-hmm. And I asked her, but how you get all this energy? What is your secret? And she said, the only two things. I said, what they are? She said, the most important in your life is how to enter and how to exit. And that's it. She entered gloriously and she exited in her dream. It was one of the beautiful experiences. So this is, to understand Brazil, you have to travel. You have to travel up and down and everywhere. There's so many diverse cultures, so many rituals, so many things to learn. And then this incredible richness of minerals. Because minerals, for me, they are the simplified computer of the planet. With all memory of the planet goes to mineral. I mean, now in technology, in order to communicate with other civilizations, astronauts, they send little chip out of crystal this size, which all memory of our civilization is in this rocket, goes somewhere. And that's incredible power. And crystals being used forever. And to me, to be here, it was really like blessing. And also to go to the places that normal Brazilians never go. Going to Serra Pelada, I'm telling you, that's something in end of 80s. So Serra Pelada was still working, was not closed. It was really, really incredible, strong experience for me. Mm-hmm. This is lots of stories I can tell about Brazil. But one thing also is really lots of good artists came out of Brazil, lots of great filmmakers, actors. Your singing, I mean, just incredible, you know. And there's something that every time I go, I always find new things. I never got bored of Brazil, and I keep coming forever.
You always have a reason to come back.
I always come back, and many friends here. I succeed to walk the very, very long steps of Royal Academy by myself. And, you know, I was the first woman in 255 years to head a show. So this was a kind of victory of the willpower that I was so happy and proud of myself.
Marina, last year you had survived from very severe pulmonary disease, and I was thinking, did it change you in any way, like the way you see life and you see things?
This was the most changing experience and the most difficult time of my life, really, because, you know, I stage very difficult things in performance. I mean, to the point that I can have to go as far as I can maybe die, but actually I never did, but I was in control. And every time I do, whatever I do is even dangerous or difficult, I am always in control. But this what happened, I was out of control. I had the operation on my leg, and then caused this embolism that just came in 1 second. I could not breathe, I lost consciousness, and I had operation. And they took this the how you call the clocks from my body. It was going to my heart. I would be dead if I didn't go straight to hospital. But then I went to 2 comas and internal bleeding and the intensive care. And then it took me two months just to learn to walk again. But then an enormous amount of pain. But one thing that was so important to me that all what I learned doing performances, I can use in that case. I can really understand and get really not, how you say, in friend with pain. I understood what pain it is, and I'm not afraid of pain. I had to accept a different type of breathing, how I move my body, to really survive. And I survived. And one of the most important achievements in my life was, you know, I have to take the boat to go to England with the big show in Royal Academy. It was really one of the most important shows of my life after MoMA. And I took the boat, takes 7 days because I could not fly. And then I never forget that moment that actually I didn't have a wheelchair anymore. I didn't have anymore you know, I still occasionally have the how you call that, cane. But I succeed to walk the very, very long steps of Royal Academy by myself. And, you know, I was the first woman in 255 years to head a show. So this was a kind of victory of the willpower that I was so happy and proud of myself. But then, after I really survived, like now, I never been more happy in my life like now. I'm singing when I take shower. I never done before. Just the idea that your life, that every day matters, that can come any minute, that we can't have a luxury of being depressed and really doing bullshits in our life, that we have to focus and take the life as a miracle. This is a huge change. I'm now only doing things that I really enjoy and I love. One of the things I really want to come is right here, and go to the place that I never been before. And I'm really, really happy that I'm here. And I took the plane.
Yeah, I'm remembering an interview you gave, and you said that the artist is present, the piece you performed at MoMA, was only possible at that moment because the woman you were at that time, with the experience, the maturity, and the resilience.
And I was 65.
Yeah, you had at that time. So just to finish, which moment is that you are now? Yeah.
Right now I just got 77, and this is incredible, important to know how much time is still left when I'm going to live. My wish now, after I come through this soul hell, that actually I want to live at least as long as my grandmother, which is 103. I'm not sure how we can make that, but I really want to make it 103. But that means that I have a certain period of time that I have to, do things that I really want to do. And I always accept lots of things. It's the first time in my life that I'm saying no. I'm daily saying to 5 things no. And everybody asks me this and that is no, 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 no. I'm picking only the things that I think are important, just not for my own personal life, but important for society, important that I say something, in this mess of confusion where our planet is with the wars, with the situation. I was every single day I would ask, what to think of Palestinians, what to think about the Jewish situation, what to think about Ukraine, what to think of the warming of the planet. And I decided that to really look into global picture and see what is the problem. I think what we have to learn as a human beings, unconditional love. So in the front of our academy, I invite people in the courtyard, and it came around 1,000 people, to literally ask them to be 7 minutes in completely silence, which is kind of long because people do 3, but 7 is like, for normal people, very long. To put their hands on the shoulder of the neighbor who they don't know and give unconditional love to each other. But not only to learn how to love the planet, to learn to love human beings regardless of religion, regardless of language they speak, regardless of the beliefs. Just literally humans to humans. We forgot basic things, and that's really about love. So this is something that I wanted to make more work about unconditional love, more mission in that kind of way, and also to concentrate very much on the young generation of the audience, because I'm really lucky that my audience is super young. We have literally 70 years old kids who bring their parents to see my show, which is not other way around, I'm really happy, because looks like one thing that I do, I am not interested in to sell art and make money, and that's my function. Performance art is the worst anyway to sell, but I'm really interested in creating work and message that have meaning and that can really change the way how society thinks. And if I can do this with 3 people, I'm already succeeding in something. But that's really what I like to do, to spend life meaningful.
So you are learning to say a lot of no's. I'm really glad you said yes to this interview.
I would say to Brazilians always yes.
Okay, always, I love you so much. Thank you very much.